Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, originally airing back in 1998, running to 2001 for 4 seasons, this show delighted fans. It was later renamed to just Two Guys and a Girl. It stars Ryan Reynolds and a guy named Pete, and their friend named Sharon, who is the cutest, plucky little girl you have ever seen. Which leads me to rule number 1 of a good TV show, is you gotta throw a pretty girl in it. And right from the start, I enjoyed this show. The first episode was a little cringeworthy, but by episode 2, they completely had me. And that's the episode that we're going to talk about today, just to get a good feel for what the show is like. Later, they just improved as time went on, and judging where it started to where it finished, it's just an amazing series, and it was also right alongside Drew Carey as ABC's hit shows for their massive lineup for the week. So let's take a look.
I cannot believe they let you in medical school.
Neither can I.
So the first scene is just Berg, aka Ryan Reynolds, showing that he just got into medical school and showing off a little bit of acting chops here too. Just sort of seeing how natural he is in his environment, and he's just dead on, really annoying the crap out of Pete, his roommate. And then you also get the setup where he does a whole lot of drugs because he enjoys testing drugs for money, probably to put him through school, as well as, working at the pizza place. We then fast forward to the pizza place, where we get to see some more physical comedy by Ryan Reynolds.
Trying the powder with root beer.
As he takes a drink, it's hilarious. The way he spits it out and just refers back to the previous drinks that he also spit out is amazing. You also get a sense for the community here. You have the owner who clearly favors Berg over Pete, and they keep on referring to him as a doctor, which I always found hilarious because he just started medical school. And the whole back and forth they have with each of the characters as they buzz in and out really keeps this story moving fluidly. And then we come to Sharon, who actually doesn't have that much of a role in this entire episode, other than she's just another person to talk to, and, she's really cute. Pete needs time to study for his presentation, which is actually what the episode is all about, and he needs time to study for it. However, Berg needs time to study for a quiz that he could probably do in about 6 seconds before just watching television and other stuff like that, which is why we're back at the apartment where Pete runs in and eats a bunch of food real quick, talks about how disgusted he is with Berg and his nonsense and not letting him study for his presentation, and then drinks some juice and runs out the door. That's where Berg finds out he made a giant mistake, accidentally poisoning Pete with all of his drugs. He calls Sharon into the room while he's on the phone trying to figure out the side effects, and just to find out that delusionalness, well, for some reason, is one of the biggest side effects, and he has to stop Pete before he makes a total fool of himself. Which, when he gets there, he sees Pete seemingly going a little bit crazy. However, it turns out that the presentation was for a children's museum, meaning Berg accidentally took all of the drugs. Now things really start to break down as the full-on delusion, the fact that he is a doctor, really just cements into mind.
Juice. So who drank the orange juice? Oh. So I'm the one who's delusional.
Thank God, I thought it was me.
And all the times he continuously refers to himself as a doctor through the episode is just on full display. This is genius writing at every level. And then we get to see him do his full-on impersonation of Star Trek Captain Kirk, which is freaking hilarious. Of course, at the very end, Pete did get the job, but Ryan Reynolds' character was so talking to the couch and high on drugs that he forgot to tell him about it. And Pete also has a meeting in about 5 seconds. And then Berg goes back to doing his Captain Kirk impersonation back at the old apartment for a little end credit sequence.
I have to say something. We've shared so much. It's me, Jim, your comrade, your captain, your friend. We've got to talk about this. Show some backbone, man.
And that's the episode, and that is sort of the show. Most of the times, Sharon has a lot more to say, but in this one, it's more just about Pete. He tended to be the main character, with Berg sort of being the comedic afterthought, but Ryan Reynolds' career took off after this show, even doing National Lampoon's Van Wilder, which is essentially the exact same character that Berg played in this very TV show. Also, Nathan Fillion ended up joining the cast about 20 episodes in, and he was so lovable that they kept him on for the entire run of the show, even though he was supposed to be just a bit part. This is just a brilliant program from start to finish, and hopefully I encourage all of you guys to go out and watch some old TV, because modern television is total crap. And you might as well start with a little bit of Ryan Reynolds' TV show, like Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. But of course, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching.
Pete, what are you doing here?
Sharon, he's ruining my presentation. He's ruining my presentation.
Yes, we're all aware of that.
We'll be going.
Are you sure you don't want to spin plates as a finale?
Listen, pal, I've had a really bad day.
Join the club.
Hey, you want a piece of me? Huh?
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I have a few more already done, so please make sure you check them out. And if you also like video games, make sure you check out Second Opinion Games, where I break down, like all of the video games people forgot, not just about all the TV. So until later, I will see you again, guys.